Hi, it's Rudi from Better Music. I'm here today with Damon McMahon from Casio, and again with the Casio Hybrid Grand digital piano, the GP-500. You may have seen our previous video where we went through and showed this wonderful instrument off. What we're here today with Damon to talk about is the sound behind this piano, and it's a lovely piano to play. There's been a lot of work and R&D that's gone into it by Casio to get the quality of sound that we have on this instrument. So I'm going to show you a few more things about it and talk about it and explain why it sounds so good. So Damon, this piano sounds very, very good. Obviously we've spoken about the 3 different world famous pianos that have been recorded in it. And what is it, what have Casio done to get this quality of sound out of the instrument?
Sure, Eddie. Well, first of all, Casio have worked with Bechstein, one of the most famous, prestigious concert grand manufacturers of the world, based in Berlin, in Germany, to develop the main piano sound. And there's 3 concert grand pianos in here, in this piano. The Bechstein piano's sample was worked on with Casio's engineers and Bechstein's engineers as well to get the very best piano sound they could. It's not just the piano sound itself, but when we sit down and play a piano and we think of the real thing or a real piano, what we're really talking about is the resonance of a piano. That is, you know, the key noise, the action noise, the pedal noise, the string resonance, the damper resonance, all this goes up to make a real piano sound, if you like. And this is what Casio and Bechstein have developed so much sound effort into.
So am I right in saying that what you're talking about is that, so we've got the recording of the piano, so we're hearing the strings, we're hearing the sound of the piano, but Casio have gone a step further and recorded all the resonance and things that happen in a real piano.
Exactly. Yeah,
okay,
they've
right,
put
yep.
Microphones in many different positions,
Yep.
above the strings, above the soundboard, on the soundboard, on the frame, above the frame of the piano, all these different positions. 24 tracks of recording, in fact.
Okay, so they've recorded 24 tracks of all the different sounds that are happening, mechanical sounds as well as musical sounds.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so I've just found one of the scene settings on here, which is called Extreme, and I think, is that right, that's designed to just show the extremities of what the recording capabilities are, to show, so you can really hear all the noise, because I've got that set, so I might go through and just show a couple of the things. Please. So we were talking about damper resonance and also all the mechanical noises Damon was talking about. So we can hear this, it's exaggerated, so all the levels are turned up to full, so you can actually hear the actual mechanical noise of the dampers lifting off the strings. Yeah. And then the sostenuto pedal, which again, like on a real grand piano, this has its own mechanical noise, which you can hear in there. So obviously when you're playing the normal settings, they're not as loud as that, they're mixed into the sound. Then we also have the left pedal, so you can hear the noise in there. And then we were talking about resonance, so what are the other resonance types that we've got in this instrument? So we've got all the noises from the pedals, we've got the string resonance and all the rest as well, is that?
Yeah, that's right, so there's string resonance, right, there's damper resonance, there's open string resonance, which is when the damper pedal has, or the damper has been lifted off individual strings when you have the damper pedal pressed.
Yes.
So even though those strings aren't being struck by hammers,
yes,
they're vibrating in sympathy with the notes that you are playing.
So you can hear a lot of harmonics up here. So again, this is turned up to maximum, so it's exaggerated so you can hear it. So I suppose all these elements really make for an authentic piano experience.
Exactly, right. And you can set those levels to your own taste. There are default settings already there, so you can just sit down and play, but if you like but you want to hear a bit more of the string resonance or the damp resonance, you can turn those up and save them. Yeah.
So one of the features I found through playing this piano and doing the first video on it, there's 3 distinct piano sounds. So we spoke about that before. You mentioned the Bechstein, which is the one that I played in the intro of this video. We also have available 2 other pianos. So there's a Hamburg Grand and a Vienna Grand.
That's right, and they're world famous brands of acoustic pianos as well, and you know the names of those settings or sounds actually, you know, to an extent give the identity away, but the Hamburg is a much brighter and fuller sort of a piano.
Yep.
The Berlin sound is a little more suited to impressionistic style of music, perhaps, if you like.
Yep.
And then finally, the Vienna piano is a little bit darker, a little bit moodier, and very
Yep.
powerful in the bottom end.
Okay, well, I might just show. So we've heard the Berlin Grand in the intro. I'll just play. This is the Hamburg Grand. So I see what you mean. It's got a completely different character from the Bechstein piano, and I suppose you could it lends itself to whatever type of music you like, and you might be in a different mood and want to play a different piano. So with this instrument, you actually can. And the other one was the Vienna Grand. So we'll have a little listen to this one. Yeah, that's completely different again, isn't it?
Real character, yeah.
Right. So, and then within all these piano settings that we've got, the different instruments that have been recorded, we can then fine tune those as well. So, what are some of the features? I think you can select different types of those pianos, like bright or.
Yeah, so you can go in and change simple things like the brilliance. In fact, there are actually variations of those piano samples that are brilliant or mellowed. But you can also go in and adjust things such as the bass or the treble, all that sort of things independently from each other. And you can save those as your own settings.
So in other words, if you've mucked around and changed the settings and adjusted, the amount of reverb or the amount of brightness, and you can also adjust the key sensitivity as well. You can actually save those settings in the piano, so you don't have to do it each time.
That's right, and they're called scenes.
Right. So okay, I understand. So that's great. You can set and I mean these settings, depending on what room you've got the piano in, whether you've got a timber floor or carpet, the acoustics of the room, you might adjust the piano to suit your room to get the best possible sound.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Okay. No, that's great. Well, look, thanks, Damon, very much for explaining some of the technology behind this instrument, and we're going to do another little video where we're actually going to talk about the action of the piano as well. So if you're interested in this, make sure you watch this, because that's again one of the key elements of this piano that differentiates it from a lot of other instruments on the market today. But once again, thanks again, Damon, and I'll play it out and have another little play on this great instrument. And this has a completely different character. This is a unique piano. It's very big down the bottom.